Welcome to a very special episode here on Saturday, March 8th. It is International Women's Day. So today I have some of my favorite women in the world that I love dearly, and I just had to have them on to celebrate this very special day. But Candice, Valley Girl, Amy, and Jennifer, I'll see you in a bit. Terza Eckham in the house. How are you?
Hey, Cindy. I'm fabulous. How about you?
Good. Let's talk about the value of International Women's Day and how you celebrate every day, first off.
Well, you know what? I love I love being part of the group of women who are all over the world and trying to make a difference. And it's whether they're doing that, in everyday movements. Being with their friends and their family and the people they work with, as well as some of our leaders who were just amazing, like Ariana Huffington or uh, well, now I my I went blank. I had a whole bunch of women to talk about, but anyway.
Well, let's kind of go into our relationship a little bit. We met because of this amazing company called Mailbox Power, and the gentleman actually who wrote my foreword, Casey Everhart. And what I really love about Terza is when we connected, we became pretty fast friends. And I started using her services. She has a really great little shoes that have my national bucket list days coming up. Yeah, so she's working on the shoes for that. And I also have a cute little top that I wear at the pool that has all my bucket stuff on there. So let's kind of go into that a little bit and then update what you're doing and your accomplishments so far.
Okay, well, Cindy is one of my heroes too because we've always promoted each other, and as she said, we quickly became friends. And she's always doing amazing things with the National Day calendar and her bucket list and her travel services, and so it's just really fun to work with her to create designs for her. Um, because she's always doing fun things. So I really appreciate you, Cindy. And yes, we're both part of I don't know if kindness movement is the right word, but
Yeah.
we send notes of cards of gratitude to people, along with little gifts, and just to remind people how wonderful they are. So that's definitely something that I'm super proud of. I'm delighted to be a part of. So where else am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to
Your
do, Cindy?
accomplishments so far.
Okay. All
So
right,
you're with Casey Everhart. You're in his leadership program. You could do a shout out to him.
yes, absolutely. I am thrilled to be working with my longtime friend Casey Eberhardt. He is super amazing. He is very patient, and he's a wonderful teacher as well as a wonderful connector. And so I love everything that he does and everything that he's taught. And through him, I've been able to create and establish my business in a way that helps others. And so, in some respects, I just emulate him the way he helps people and connects people. So he has this amazing networking riches, uh,
Yes.
a 2-day course where you and I have also met, continue to meet, Cindy, where he's teaching businesses um, at all levels. And he's just, I recently came off of a cruise with him. Or
Yep.
I got to be there as part of 2 different mastermind groups, so I met amazing people. And he's just so generous like that with his time, and then introducing us to people, to each other.
Yes, and I've known him since 2009, 10. I met him on Facebook, and actually, some of the things that he does, I've been doing, especially since I got introduced to BNI many years ago. And one of the things that I do is I like to call at least 5 to 10 people or text. If it's a busy day, I'll just text. And he had an exercise at Networking Wrenches a few weeks ago for 5 minutes. See how many people you can text and just a message of gratitude. And I think mine and Karen Braun's were right around the same, like 35, 36 people. And half of
Wow.
those people, yeah, when I say half or a little over half, got back to me. Some people said, I love you. Some people said, wow, I was not expecting that from you. Because that a couple of people have never received a gratitude text from me. And it was pretty powerful. One of my people, he actually works at a hotel on the East Coast, and there was a situation that happened. And ironically, I sent him a memory mug, and that memory mug arrived the next day after that particular something happened in his personal life. And that mug and that text made a whole world of difference. So, matter of fact,
Yes.
everybody who has come on today, you're going to get a nice little pink wine cup. Amy, I'm
Oh.
going to get you something else because you already have my pink wine cup. But and women empowerment, and just so important to don't be in competition. Well, me, I'm in the travel space. I collaborate with other people in the travel space. There's a Brad from the Magic Brad show that's a part of Mailbox Power. He's in my chapter about collaboration, how important it is for us to collaborate with other people. So
Yes. Yes, exactly. Yes, Casey has always advocated collaborating, and I'd say probably in the last 6 months alone, I've begun collaborating with a lot more people, both in my mastermind group and beyond. And I'm finding, Cindy, that while it's satisfying to kind of work on my own, it's greatly satisfying to work on a team of people because we're all headed towards the same goal. And we just want to create better things in the world for each other and beyond for the people that we serve. So things like I've recently joined the gratitude movement. You've
yes,
probably seen me putting up these
yes,
pages.
I'm actually going to have her on my podcast coming up, and she's going to be an
Yes.
insert of my book. So I'm very
Oh,
excited.
that is wonderful. That they do such incredibly wonderful work. They're a great team to work with. Um, I would also list on my list of accomplishments. I finally started publishing courses. So I started with AI art courses, and now
Oh,
I'm publishing courses about AI. And I have a weekly open office hour. And I began all of that courtesy of the Great Discovery and Team Alex, which I am thrilled to be part of as well. And some of my other friends have joined me on that journey, and Donna Mitchell with her Web3 and technology, and Emmeline Morris Sayer, who just recently published a book. So I'm very excited about that. So, and I know you're in the process of creating a book, and I'm really excited about all these things.
I
So,
actually have two. Yeah. So the Growing Your Business Through Referrals is the actual book, and then Pursuing Your Bucket List is my ebook, which eventually, probably within a year or so, will be a book
yeah.
as well. And then we have the next guest is Candice,
Hello, hello.
and I'm going to pop you in the green room, and we'll see you in a bit. Candice Snyder, how are you?
I'm
Or
great. How
how
are
did
you?
we meet?
How did we meet? Two
For
years
the
ago.
love of
2 years ago, we met through Facebook, thanks to hashtags, National Calendar Days. I had posted something. I don't remember which day it was exactly, but you reached out to me because you saw that I used the hashtag, and we became fast friends.
Mhm.
And you've helped me a lot. You've been on the podcast,
Yeah, I
and
think I said, hey, you need hashtag celebrate every day. Didn't I say that?
I think so. I think that's how it went.
Let's get more algorithms going so we get, the idea of people celebrating every day.
Right, right.
So we got Javier Shaw. He's actually from Jamaica Tours. He's going to be one of our agents actually in our agency, but he's one of my favorite suppliers there in Jamaica. And the National Bucket List Day 2028, we'll be partnering with him. And then we got Guillermo. He's out here in the beautiful city of Huntington Beach. And I'll be posting his information later. So if anybody wants to connect and build a relationship and get him in your sphere of influence, he's a really great person to get in your sphere of influence. Okay, so let's talk about your podcast.
Okay, so my podcast is called Passion, Purpose, and Possibilities. It's coming up on its 3-year anniversary next month in April. I talk to people about their stories of transformation, how they found their path to purpose, and what possibilities they see for the future with the thought that the listener is going to be inspired to do the thing that they've been putting off, kind of like your bucket list day, you know, in a different way. So it's all about inspiration. It's all about people sharing their stories. I talk to both men and women, but you know, this is a great way for women in particular to get their story out and share how they're making an impact in the world. A lot of times, I mean, there's so many people making an impact, but we don't know about them. And so podcasting is a great platform to, you know, get that story and get that message out there.
Yeah, and I want to do a shout out to Dixie. She's one of a new founder with the National Day Calendar brand, Boiled Peanuts, and she's actually there in Jersey. So I connected her to Michael, you know, Michael with the nonprofit there that's starting the roasting company. So those two are connecting. So yeah, just find ways to connect people to other people, because ironically, they're really close to each other. I think they're like maybe 15, 20 minutes away. And then you're close as well. Yeah, you're not too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say that that is, you know, from the two of us meeting, we have made so many connections for each other that it's been incredible.
And we got Matthew from Dallas. Hello, Matthew. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting all these amazing women. Okay, what is your accomplishments? And then we'll bring in the next guest.
Okay. You know, I was thinking about this before we hopped on, and you know, when I think back on my life, you know, there's been many things that maybe somebody else might not think of as an accomplishment, but I think back and I've pivoted many times, right? I pivoted when I got injured on the job and had to find a new career. I pivoted when I got a divorce and had to be on my own. And so I'm proud of those accomplishments. I'm proud of being a good mom and a good wife and a good grandma, daughter,
good friend,
sister, friend. Yes, all those things. And I'm also, you know, proud that this podcast is making a difference. It's making an impact. And pretty soon I'll be able to say, you know, author on the list too, because there's a collaborative book coming out with 22 authors, women authors, sharing their story of passion, purpose, and possibility. So that's another thing I did not see coming.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add before I bring the next guest on?
You know, one of the things, like, I'm so grateful to now be part of the National Day Calendar and the Celebration Ambassador. And I've also am a Gratitude Ambassador. The company, the direct sales company I've been with, I was one of their Gratitude Ambassadors, which meant I promoted the causes they care about most out into the field. Once you serve your term, you're then considered alumni. But when I look back, that is actually something I've been doing my entire life. And just as a little side note, which is kind of interesting, is today would be my dad's 82nd birthday, right?
Oh, wow.
And it's my dad who instilled that in me, the gratitude and giving back and kindness. And so I don't know, I feel like today's like extra special in the sense being International Women's Day and remembering him for his birthday. And I probably wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for him.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, kind of the same with my mom. You know, she's in dementia care and everything. One of the things she taught me is to give somebody a gift.
Yeah.
Because you never know what people are dealing with. So I have that to take for the rest of my life. So
yes, absolutely.
And how do you celebrate every day?
I just try to be grateful and be kind. And that in itself, I feel is a huge way to celebrate every day. But of course, you know, I love the National Day holidays. And, you know, I try to make that part of, you know, every day. Also, my husband makes every meal an event. So we celebrate every day with his cooking.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So
he never just cooks for two people. He cooks for an army.
So tomorrow, actually, if you want to go grocery shopping, crab meat day and meatball day. So how would you celebrate those two holidays? And then
actually, he'll probably run over to Pistosa, which is the local Italian market, and go buy some meatballs.
Okay. You know, there's a really great Jewish deli when I get over there for my TV spots for New York City, and then we'll see if we can get everybody together. So it's going to
Oh,
be
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Are we
Yeah.
talking about Harold's Deli?
We are talking about Harold's Deli,
Yeah.
the home of the $60 sandwich.
But it feeds so many people.
Yeah, so I'm going to pop you real quick and then go enjoy the charcuterie and the wine, and we'll see you here in just a little bit. Jennifer, how are you?
Hi.
So where are you tuning in from today?
I am in North Carolina, and it is actually gorgeous out today. So
Really? What
I'm
kind
ready
of temperatures today?
Huh?
What kind of temperatures you have today?
High 50s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's
Yeah,
been cold and nasty the last couple
it's
days.
been a little cold over here too, or by Anaheim. So let's talk about your purpose, all about the story behind your podcast, and then of course close out with how you celebrate every day and how you celebrate women.
Yeah, so my podcast is mainly on my YouTube channel, but I also have it on Spotify. It's the Child Free Biz Cafe, and I basically just celebrate child-free people. There's some men on there too, and just talk about all our accomplishments and just enjoying our child-free life and just showing people that just because you don't have kids doesn't mean you're not of value, and you can have a purpose, and maybe your legacy just looks different than everyone else's, and that's okay.
So how are you going to leave this earth? What legacy do you want to leave behind?
For me, everything I've always wanted for anybody is just to really live every day. At least do one thing that you really want to do. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be free, but it's just enjoying those little things and just making sure you do something that brings you joy, because life is short, can be, and you only die once, but you get to live every day, and
Exactly.
it's not worth the hustle. It's not worth ruining your mental health and physical health over. And so I'm all about work-life balance, well, integration and boundaries.
And self-care, one word, pedicure.
Oh, yes.
Take at least 1 or 2 days a week to do some self. I actually had a one-on-one. I'm going to do a big shout out to Mary West Network. So Mary West, the founder of the Mary West Network, she connected me to this gentleman. He's originally from Seattle area, but he lives in Chile. And we had a great, oh God, we probably could have gone on for 8 hours. We just really connected. And his whole story about, leaving Washington and living his dream and going to Chile and doing things. And the last thing we talked about is tomorrow's not promised. We could walk out that door and get hit by a car. Yep. That's literally the last thing out of his mouth. Not 5 minutes later, there was a pedestrian who lost his life right in front of my house. Well, right in the corner. He tried to walk across, and this car came really quickly, and tragically, he lost his life. So the reason I bring that up is because it's so important. When we get up every single morning, just thank God that you woke up, and don't worry about anything bad that's going to happen. We could handle anything that comes in our lives, and that's why it's important to celebrate others and surround ourselves with the right people.
Yes.
And start hanging out with people who have more than we do, because then you're going to mimic what they're doing and you're going to become successful. And of course, go out there and make a difference to other men and women, all entrepreneurs, actually, not just on International Women's Day. Just make a difference. And we could do things for free. We could go to Yelp and do a review. We could go to Google, Facebook. If you're good with video, you could actually do a video testimonial. So that's some of the things that you can do. And take the time to send a gift. I send probably about 5 gifts a week, just because, to make a difference. And when it's somebody's business anniversary or business birthday, like my surf instructor, every year without fail, I send him a gift based on when he founded his company. So lastly, how do you celebrate every day?
I try to walk my talk as much as I can every day. I just want to do one thing that I absolutely love, no matter how much I got going on. And usually that involves like getting out in nature and just being able to talk to the people I love.
Good deal. Thank you so much. Thank you to bring Valarie, and then we'll see you here in a little bit at the end of the show.
Hey, how are ya?
Oh, my sister from another mister, my
yeah.
partner, one of the women that is so close to my heart. I'm just so grateful for you.
Right back at you, girlfriend.
So let's talk about the relationship. It all started on Facebook through the Mary West Network.
Mary West Network.
Go
Mary, go Mary.
There you go. And so, what do you have to say about celebrating other women on International Women's Day? What does that bring value to you?
I mean, we definitely have to celebrate each other, because if we don't, no one else will. I'm not saying that no one else will, but you know, we've got to be there for each other. We're all women. We all go through some of the same things. We might have a different life, but in the end, we're all women, and we should understand and help each other. There's no competition with other women and other businesses or anything. I'm here to help support you. And hopefully you're here to help support me, and together we can do amazing things. So the little games that some people play, and the, you know, backstabbing and the jealousy and the hate, that's got to end. Let's stick together, ladies. It's all good. We're all here for each other. I want to see you succeed and be happy as well. So yeah.
Well, let's talk about it. Both of us are Facebook trainers. We both have a business where we teach people how to do Facebook, but we do it in a different way. And matter of fact, in my Facebook chapter, there is a whole page dedicated to your business. So let's talk about how we collaborated and started doing that to help each other.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, there's no competition, because even though we're in similar niches with the marketing and Facebook marketing, like you said, we do it in different ways. So I learn a lot from you, and hopefully you learn some tidbits here and there from me as well. And together we are out there just helping other entrepreneurs be better when it comes to social media marketing, Facebook marketing, and things like that. I love what you're doing. I love your gratitude. That's something I never thought of doing in my business until I met you. Seriously. I mean, you know, I tell my customers and clients thank you and things like that, but the way that you do it, now I do it differently in my business, and say that's something I learned, to be more grateful for my customers and clients and appreciate them, because without them, I wouldn't be in business. And so because of you, I do that now, you know, which I learned, I think, a couple of years ago. So I thank you. So
thank you. Well, let's talk about that. Your birthday and your business anniversary is around 14 days. Let's talk about what you got in the mail and how that made a difference.
Yeah, so I just celebrated 13 years in business. That was on February 1st. And then my birthday is February 12th. And you sent me some popcorn, and you and Mary called me. That was so sweet. It brought a tear to my eye. And then you both sent a card, and you had my picture on it.
I think you got the gummy bears, right?
I did. The gummies. I still got some. And you sent such nice things, and it was thoughtful and caring. And the phone call, that means a lot. You know, that phone call that you and Mary did together meant more than anything, because I thought that was the sweetest thing that you guys could have done to, you know, celebrate my business and my birthday. So I appreciate that. And, you know, that those little things go a long way. They really, really do.
And how do you celebrate every day? Do you want to become an ambassador so you can celebrate even more?
An ambassador?
Yes, definitely. So you become an ambassador with National Day Calendar. That's actually going to get you in front of media. That's going to get you in front of more eyeballs, because now you're using the calendar as ways to leverage not just your business, but other businesses,
other people's businesses.
And you'll have an article that Amy will put on the ambassador page. There's a whole page dedicated to ambassadors. Yes.
Fill me in on the details on that one later. But yeah, I would love to. But celebrating every day is just being grateful for everything that I have. Everything that I have, everybody I meet, everything that's in my life is, I can't, you know, my new books that are coming out. I'm so excited about that. And so I just celebrate everything.
Shout out to those before we pop you off.
What is it? The books?
Books, yes.
So I'm a brand new published author. Woohoo. It's a book collaboration though, of a bunch of women from She Rises Studios. And the book is called She Grows Stronger. It's on Amazon right now. And let me tell you some powerful, powerful stories on there. My story is about not how not outsourcing almost cost me my life, my marriage, my business, and time freedom. So check it out. Amazing book, amazing women. I'm so excited. And I've got another collab book coming out after that. And in my own book, me and you, we're supposed to be launching our books at the same time.
Yeah, let's
So
talk
my
about your
own
own book real quick, and then we'll pop you back in the green room.
Yeah, my own book is called Becoming a Time Freedom Freak: Mastering the Art of Thriving Through Outsourcing, and that is due to be released in June. So fingers crossed I get it done in time. But thank you, Cindy. You are awesome. I love you. I appreciate you.
I love you too, babe. Okay, I'm going to put you back. 1 second.
Okay.
My sister from another mister.
Hello,
Amy,
hello
Day
from
Calendar.
North Dakota.
Wow. Well, let's talk about our story, and then we'll go into your story. So
Okay.
I started sharing national holidays around 14, 15, and 20. I called and actually got Amy on the phone, and I said, "Do you have an ambassador program?" And she said, "As a matter of fact, we do." And I said, "Well, at that time I was sharing probably 40 days a day." And then the
You've
books,
gotten better at narrowing it down.
yeah, the book stuff started coming. And unfortunately my mom started to get sick. So then I started putting all my content in my business book and on Facebook. And now I have to go all the way back to 2013. So I have all my chapters. I just have to put everything in there.
Yes.
The National Day Calendar one is going to be the most difficult one, because out of 1700 days, I probably like 600 of them.
Yes.
So to
But
pick
you're only allowed
5
to
to
pick
10
X
per
amount.
month is extremely difficult. Just saying. So let's talk about how you celebrate other women and what International Women's Day means to you and to our friendship.
Okay, so well, International Women's Day means something different for everybody. On a personal note, what it means to me is it gives me an opportunity to reflect on all the women that have come before me. Because I am Native American people have not always had the easiest lifestyle. But man, oh man, have I had some inspiring women in my life. Start with my mom. She's always been a hard worker. She raised her kids, and some of the things that I think of that she did growing up, like I don't know how she did it. My stepmom, my sisters, Lisa and Lori, aunts, cousins, every single one of us have broken barriers one way or the other and made it a little easier for our children.
Mm-hmm.
To thrive. So I have family members, female family members in education, the medical field, business, technology. Some are attorneys, some are in politics. And it's pretty amazing when you look back at the history of Native people and women in general, how inspiring it is. And how inspiring it is to see other women around the world that have the same culture as you do, doing miraculous things. International Women's Day should be a celebration for all women. I am not a petty person as far as I think women should be celebrated for everything that they do, no matter who they are. You don't have to, specifically gravitate towards them, specifically like them. But overall, if somebody is doing something great in your life, especially a woman, just tell her good job. That's the only way women in general are going to keep going forward, is if we learn to appreciate each other and learn to support each other. Mm-hmm. So, it's a good day for people to stop and look around. Now, in regards to our friendship and International Women's Day, I think we do a pretty good job lifting each other up. We've both had conversations with each other when our days weren't going so great, or our weeks weren't going so great. And I think that's what women should do all the time. Take a little bit of time, check in with your girls. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go out and have go to the bar, have a drink, whatever. A simple phone call, a simple text. If you're not the phone call type, send a message, send an email, just do something, and tell them that they're appreciated and you're proud of them, and uh, little words can go a long way.
So let's talk about the article. I was looking for the article. I only seen the week, the International Women's Week. Is there a day on there also?
It is. It's on the international side. It's on March 8th. So our website is set up to do national days, national weeks, national months, and international. What qualifies as an international, obviously, is something that's celebrated internationally. Most of the time, it's in the title. So if you go to the international side in the month of March, you will see it on the 8th.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'm at 19. Oh, because some of these are kind of mixed up. Like 11 is down here.
Yeah, our website needs some work to it yet. When we did transition, some things that used to be there were no longer there. It's a work in progress, and because it is such a big site, it does take a little bit of time.
Let me go right there. Okay, so let's talk about the mission and who is the founder of this day.
Well, there really isn't a founder of it. We did figure out that you could trace it back to, the early 1900s, kind of during the suffrage movement. But to say where it really came from, we never have been able to pinpoint that. What we found is that it kind of centered around women's voting rights, and improving conditions for women working, things like that, helping women get fair pay compared to, men during that time. So that's about all that we found with it.
Okay, here's how to observe. So you could attend a lecture, seminar, festival, organize an event, speaker perform at a local fundraiser. Any of these that you would like to touch on?
I guess it depends on the person, what they like to do. You can attend a lecture and a seminar or a festival if there's some really dynamic women that you've always wanted to hear speak. You can have an event yourself and just get ladies together. And I'm just going to go down the line here. You can speak yourself. If you have those skills to speak in public and you want to inspire women, why not? Why not book yourself for some speaking event? One thing I think that people should do, women should do, including men, is take the time to learn about the women of the world, that as far back as you can possibly go. Because there are so many women out there that don't get enough credit, the women that have paved the way in education or technology. I'm always brought back to that movie, and I'm sorry I don't remember, but those women in NASA who helped put the first shuttle into on the moon, and I'm thinking, why didn't we know about that before 4 years ago when the movie came out? So find a woman to learn something about and find out what they did, because I guarantee you it's going to be mind-blowing.
Now, is there any businesses that you want to promote? Or any women founders? I mean, we did a shout out to Dixie. Is there anybody else you'd like to do a shout out to?
I don't necessarily like to, I like to give shout outs to people, but the biggest thing that I try to avoid doing is forgetting somebody. So I just want to say shout out to all of those women out there who have a business, big business, small business, whether or not you're doing something online or, the ladies here, they do podcasting or you're writing a book. Just, you keep going. You keep going and you keep doing what you do. Somebody's typing away.
I went and looked up the movie. I couldn't research.
Okay, I don't remember the name of it.
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures, yeah.
Wonderful movie.
It was a wonderful movie. And I was aware of women in technology, but that one really blew my mind. It's like, why didn't I know this? And I'm an avid reader. I know a lot of stuff because of my reading. And not one time have I ever came across that.
Yeah. We're getting to learn a lot of new things. And that's why, so my friend's brand new book is about women in history that we might not know about. And I don't remember the title, but that's been a passion of hers. And so I'm thrilled. There's more things coming on
See,
about.
that is my
I would
niche.
like to
that I
know
hope-
what the book is because I would love to read it. I am a history buff, you know, and so I like to read just about everything, but historical books are my favorite.
I will connect you to, or at a minimum, I'll give you the name of the book.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. We have Loretta McNary, another ambassador. Go ahead and unmute and just talk to the panel here. Talk a little bit about yourself, about your podcast, why you like celebrating every day.
Wow. Hey, everybody. I'm enjoying the conversation you all are having. Very, very interesting and inspiring. So I'm a media host. I've been on air all across the country, well, internationally as well, for about 17 years nationally and about 14 internationally. I love being the doula for women business owners and entrepreneurs and people who are in corporate America who know that there's something else inside of them. So I help birth those dreams and I help push them off the ledge, really. So I'm enjoying this conversation because now I'm being poured into by some amazing women, and all I had to do was sit in the green room for that. So Cindy, thank you for putting this incredible panel together. I want to meet everybody. I'm just so in love with your stories, but I've been doing some of everything today, and I'm glad I wasn't on because I'm eating lunch too. We're just now eating lunch. I've been up early this morning, but it is so important for people to see this right here. This panel is what the world looks like. It's what got us here. Other women who were before us were actually standing on their shoulders. They got together like this and had conversations, and they decided that enough is enough. We bring a lot to the table. We're not just going to birth babies and clean houses. We have and I was so glad when she mentioned Hidden Figures. I was trying to type that in the comment. It's Hidden Figures is one of my favorite movies. And then I'm sitting here with Dr. Shelley. She and I have been together all morning solving the world's problems. I don't know if Shelley, can you slide over a minute? Yeah. So we do this on a monthly basis with
Hi, Shelley.
That's Dr. Shelley. She has a book coming out too. I'll plug you into her, Cindy, because she's really, really amazing. You want to say something, Shelley? I'll share my time.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. And I'm so glad I got to be a listener to this amazing group of women. I'm just excited to be here and learn from you all.
So she works for our Memphis Grizzlies here, our NBA team in HR. And she's also an entrepreneur. Yes. Look at that, Amy. Sports in the house. So she and I took this amazing, phenomenal tour about Memphis, Tennessee. And not only was it African American history, which is history, but it included the contributions of women.
Yes.
And we have something here in Memphis. I have forgotten we have, but it's just extraordinary. You guys got to come to Memphis and let's do this conference.
Yes, it's on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah, I know. You Cindy, we're going to get you here. I have got to get you here. You can stay with me, so don't look for a hotel. You can stay with me.
Yeah.
But
same here. I
Shelley,
want to come out to California. I got you. Well, let's talk about you being an ambassador. What is your favorite national holiday? Hint, hint. And
well, let me tell you, I have the most fantastic story of my road to becoming, and I never thought it. So I had a celebrity come on. Somebody booked my show, a PR company in New York booked my show to talk about National Bucket List Day. And I was super excited because who doesn't know what bucket list is, right? And who doesn't have one? If you don't, you should. And we talked, we shared, people were engaged with us. I get a message like after we went off air the next day from this lady named Cindy Lee. Well, I'm the person who invented that day. And this is not her verbiage. This is me, right? Paraphrasing. And I was like, sure you are. So my team was not going to engage with Cindy at all. We thought she was just somebody that was trying to get some time. And so anyway, long story short, she really is the founder. She kept telling me about Amy, and I was like, I sure would love my day because I've honored about over 750 unsung heroes, people who are not on the radar for any awards or have their name attached to plaques a lot. And I said, I want Awards Day. So that was how we got it started, the conversation. So you know what? I know Amy. And Loretta, I know you because Amy, she knows a lot of people, but she knows amazing people, right? That she really connects with. So she said, go ahead and apply. And I was like, really? It's a thing? I can become an ambassador? Is that real?
I'm gonna back up to your story about when she sent you that message. I remember that because she asked my advice first, and I said, send her a message, let her know you're the founder. And then, like a couple hours later, she said, Amy, I don't think she thinks I'm telling the truth. I said, well, send her the link to your article. Your name is right there.
Yes, yes.
And we became fast friends, didn't we, Loretta?
We became best friends. I did her show, she did my show. She started saying, Loretta, you need to meet this person, you need to meet that person. And the next thing I know, I did apply, and she told me, she warned me, actually, Loretta, everybody wants a day. They're super busy, but they will get to you one day. Just don't give up. She didn't give me any false hope or anything. And that day came almost a year later, and I can't tell you how ecstatic I am. It's a thing. You can become an ambassador of the National Day calendar.
Yeah,
and so my favorite day is bucket. Long story short, I was trying to say my favorite day is National Bucket List Day. Seriously.
We don't ask a lot from our ambassadors other than to be positive, to help spread the National Day calendar message.
Mhm.
You can pick whatever content you want to share and how you want to share it. We just like engaging people who go out there and have fun in the community and
Yes.
do something in their own little world that makes a difference.
Yes, I love it. I'm excited. I'm fresh. I'm new, but I have been doing my hashtags as often as I can think. I got a really good one ready for International Women's Day today. And I love the cereal day yesterday, Amy. I had my Frosted Flakes box on there, my corn pops, and my Raisin Bran. I wanted to put so many more on there, but I didn't want the backlash on all that sugar. That stuff not good for you. It's not real. I don't care. Go tell
It's
somebody.
still good.
I love it. Honey, I don't even need milk for those cereals. I eat it straight out the box.
I remember them days. Yeah.
I'm serious. Full
Yeah,
transparency.
Terza, you got to be a part of this movement, being an ambassador. And actually, somebody from Casey Everhart's mission, actually, he wrote a book, and Ricky Powell.
Yes, he's an ambassador also.
He's an ambassador, and he wrote a book on kindness. So that was because I met him in Casey Everhart's event. So you see what I'm talking about. A lot of it is just full circle.
It is. It really is.
He goes, what's an ambassador? That would be a great way to promote your kindness book. And he said, oh my God.
Thanks for sharing about the ambassadorship, though. I never thought about it. I would love to do that. I think it's amazing. I don't even know if there's a National Time Freedom Day, but I would love to be the first person to do that. There should be a National Time Freedom Day. So, I love that. What a great idea.
Yeah. I invite those of you who are not ambassadors to apply.
I'm definitely going to push Dr. Shelley on that, because she's on the pivot road. She has a book out, Same Brown Like Me?
Yeah, brown like me.
Brown Like Me, just recognizing that all of us, what you see is not all you get in our nationalities, our ethnicity, and how important it is to love that, especially when people are raising children who are binational or ethnicities, or more than two, maybe 4 or 5. And so I would really love her to talk about that day, to recognize that.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what's coming up really soon is was it Single Parents Day?
Yes.
Amy?
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
that's a really good one to think of ways to recognize the single parents in your life that make a difference, because they work very hard.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's personal to me. So I'll definitely make sure I'll probably do a show on that day, because I'm a single parent, and I never knew a single parent before I became one, because I was raised by mom and dad. Yeah, and everybody in my family were moms and dads married. So it's a unique journey. It has been, because I didn't have anybody I could talk to, and I really was thoroughly embarrassed, right? Because I'm a single mom in college, came from a middle class family, and I just felt like I was bringing shame because of all the stereotypes out there. So I even started this news magazine called Successful Single Parenting, right?
Oh,
and
wow.
I just and it was a big hit.
I come from a culture where even if you're a single parent, your mother and your grandmothers step in and help you. And so in households in Native communities, most kids don't grow up with just one person in the house.
Mm-hmm.
The sisters turn into, aunties, the grandmas help, the great aunts help. So it's a good way to raise kids. And my hope is that other people out there, even if they don't have blood relatives, find somebody in your life that even just sits with you and has a cup of coffee through all your chaos.
Yes. Yes.
Because
Without judgment, right? No
Yes.
judgment here.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that because it's tough. And people are single parents not because they made that decision or it just happened. I mean, death, divorce.
Yeah.
There's so many reasons, even within a married family. The lady still carries a lot of the burden. I know moms who take their children to the barbershop, their sons to the barbershop. I know men who took the daughters to the salon because the wives were busy or just weren't as involved. So I
want to touch on Jennifer's life because she is a childless adult, but that doesn't mean she can't be someone's parent. She could have a friend who has a child. Cindy, you're the same way. You can both interact with people with kids. For whatever reason you don't have them,
you have
that's
mothered
okay.
somebody for sure.
That's right. I mean, you don't have to have
lady,
kids.
You mothered a lot of people. You didn't birth anybody, but you have not been a mother figure, an aunt figure, a positive female figure in somebody's life. So that's what we need.
Yeah, and you probably don't realize that you have been a positive figure in someone's life in that aspect. You know, so kudos to you guys.
Yes.
You know, kudos to all of
you
you
ladies. I do a lot of orphanage work, and that's my mother's spot when I go see the young infants and the young children in the orphanages. That's really what just makes me whole because I've always wanted to be a mom, and unfortunately, God had a different plan. But I'm able to make a difference in those kids that are orphans. It really is amazing.
Yep, and I think the world thinks that, and this falls back on International Women's Day. Too many people in the world in general think a woman's purpose in life is to have a family, have children, have a husband, do all these grand things. And I don't think that should be put on anybody's lap. I think there should be the power to choose. And that's why women need to support each other.
Yes.
It should be a personal choice. If you want to have a family, great. If you don't want a family, great. If you end up being a single parent, great. If you adopt 12 kids, great. Either way, it should be your choice. And I don't think as women, we should have that responsibility every single day. I think we should be allowed to choose our own path.
Definitely.
Right. And that should be your main medal of honor. Although it's my highest honor, I promise you. I'm a boy mom but I think just as women, we're defined by more than that.
Women are intelligent, and we have to look at women and their intelligence. They're creative, they're funny, they're so much more than just birthing children. And I think as a society,
advocates, we're everything now. We're not, I'm every woman. It's more real today than ever. So we just get lost on labels and stereotypes, and I don't like. That's why I don't do and I probably can get some pushback. But I call them hen parties. I don't do those because I'm about changing the world, leaving a mark, making this place and space better than it was when I found it, when I entered it. And although I've done a lot raising the 5 boys to be, who they are, but I've helped. That's not the only thing I can do and that I'm really happy about.
I love that we can be so many things. It's, what a beautiful world to live in.
Exactly.
Yes. And it's
so
women like
you. Closing, I want to talk about what tomorrow means to me because one of my friends, Dan McCormick, and Coach Valarie knows him, Awakening Who I Am. So he talks about how powerful affirmations are. So I'm going to do a big plug to him. As a matter of fact, if you ordered this book, you get this I Am coin, and you could actually see all these different I Am statements. So he's in my book also, the I Am inflammation section of my book, which is the first chapter. So let's go Amy first, just for 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll go to Coach Valarie, Jennifer, Candice, and Terza, and then we'll close out. What does the value of I Am a statement mean to you in order for us to celebrate?
Well, I Am probably means a little bit different to everybody, but in my own situation, I Am is just for me. It's not for everybody else. If I want to say I am intelligent, if you don't think I am, that's okay. I think I am. If you want to, if I want to say I'm creative and you don't think I am, that's okay. It's for me that I'm saying that. And that is the most important thing about I am. I am is to change your mind shift, not to change the people around you.
Exactly. Coach Valley Girl.
Hey, I'm gonna play off of Amy and say the same thing when I love his book. His book is amazing. You guys have to definitely get it. But I am crazy. I love the 80s, so I talk like Valley Girl. That's why my nickname is Coach Valley Girl. Okay. So I am crazy and I'm okay with that. And like what Amy said, if someone else isn't they look at me crazy, that's okay. I'm okay. I am cool with myself, and that's all I need to know. That's it.
Jennifer.
Yeah, pretty
What does
similar.
I am statement mean? Like, do you recite your I am statements? I do them in the morning and in the evening. Do you actually recite those?
Affirmations haven't worked for me yet.
You have to keep on. Yeah, they will come around. You just got to keep on doing it. And if you do a date to your I am statement of a particular goal, you're gonna achieve that a little quicker when you have a goal. Like, for instance, me turning in my book on July 29th is freaking me out because I have so much to do. But I know that I got 3 or 4 people that are keeping me accountable almost every week. So that's how I'm good at it. And accountability partners is really key. So if you need help, anybody here on the panel needs help with working on those I am statements, you could actually even read this book by Dan McCormick. He gave me an I am statement that I never even thought of. I am a finisher. So because of that book and because of the relationship, I actually spoke at an event. I think it was a Mary West Network, Unstoppable event, and he was there and he heard. And then we quickly became friends. We started connecting, and that's how that worked. And he just sent me this book about a month ago, and it's actually changing my life. And my book's going to change everybody else's life. So, Candice.
Yeah, so I guess go
ahead, Candice.
Oh, I didn't know if Jennifer wanted to.
No, I did.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Jennifer. Yeah, we're still talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, so in that sense, then for me, for I am, it's about I am more than the need to be a mother, because that is by choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I am more than my health issues.
Yeah, I am enough. I am amazing. Yeah. I am a magic for miracles. That's another good I am statement.
Yeah, I like that.
Candice.
I love affirmations and I am statements. And, in the beginning, when I used to, first start using affirmations, I felt like I was trying to convince myself. But now it's like, it's just emphatic. You say them and it's like you become whatever that statement is.
Mm-hmm.
And, I used to think, and I've shared this story to other people before, growing up, I used to feel like I wasn't heard, right? If you didn't talk football in my house, you just didn't talk. And then, decades later, here I am as a podcast host and people are hearing me. So I am heard. And I love the other I am statement of I am full of possibility.
Yes.
I have one for you, Candice.
Mm-hmm.
I am proficient in social media.
It's not the social media per se, it's the technology part.
But we need to come up with the I am statement for her, Valley Girl, because I'm just helping her, like doing her business page and,
How about I am capable of learning technology?
There you go. Yeah.
Good one, Amy.
Will work. All right, Terza.
Thank you, Cindy. I am grateful that you invited me to join all these wonderful women. The I am statements are powerful, and I realized several years ago that I had been using them the wrong way, as in I am trying so hard not to be all these negative things I thought about myself, which I'm not going to bother listing anymore because it was I am creative. I am giving. You know, I am. Uh, I am a speaker. I am a trainer, and these things then began happening because I embraced them. They were already there. I
Yeah.
just needed to say them. When you're attracted to something, it's usually because it's already there. You just haven't said it yet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Loretta McNary. Unmute. I am very grateful for our friendship.
So I could not have planned this because I had this epiphany because God says I am. So I shared yesterday, I was speaking to a group of lady professionals, and I said, I took my father's name. So his name is my last name. So I am. So I'm Loretta. I am. So whatever I put my mind to, whoever he says I am, then I am, because my last name is I am, because I took my dad's name. So I promise you, I love that so much. And I'm one of those people, I'm going to always put you first. I'm going to always pour into you, compliment you, reassure you, inspire you. But then I found out a few years ago, I wasn't doing the same thing for me. So now I am bold enough and confident enough to say, I am the number one TV talk show host in not only America, but in the world. I'm the most sought after motivational empowerment female speaker in the world. And like she was saying, whether somebody else believes it or not, I'm old enough not to care, right?
You're old enough not to care what everybody else
I'm
thinks.
old enough not to care, because what that does, it sends you to bed at home up all night long, worried and stressing and
That's right.
belittling yourself. Because one person out of 100 could say, you know what, Loretta, I don't really like your hair. I don't really like that dress on you. And guess what? I'm gonna go home and sleep and keep myself up with that one person out of the 99 who said I was fabulous. They agreed with my I am statement. So as women, we tend to take that on because it was modeled for us. So we have
Yes.
to unlearn that. So I
Yeah.
am who God says I am and who I decide to be in that moment. And I'm always going to be a winner, always.
And I want to touch on something that a lot of people don't like to touch on, and I'm going to specifically aim this towards women. I think as women, we need to start supporting other women and their mental health. I will not go into a lot of history about myself, but I'm going to say that there was a period of time 3 years ago when I was at my lowest emotionally, physically, psychologically because of my marriage. And I had to relearn how to think. And it is a process. But in that process, I've found people in my life that support my mental health, because I will be the first to tell you that I have chronic anxiety. I have PTSD. I have had nightmares for the longest time because of my conditions that I was living in. But I had some women in my life to step forward and tell me it was okay to feel the way I was feeling. I had women in my life that have become really good friends just because they let me say what I needed to say. And that's why I think it's important, instead of looking at women, oh, she's having a bad day, or she's always crying, or she's always crabby. Stop and just ask them, how are you today? And that ties in with the affirmation part. I started affirmations 3 years ago, and they were simple affirmations. I am going to get up and go to work. I am going to think of one positive thing today. I am going to wear or buy myself a new pair of socks. And eventually those I ams turned into I am happy. I am content. I'm productive. I'm successful. But your I ams don't have to be grand. I am going to put my socks on today. That's a big deal. So people out there, ladies out there, support one another, especially our mental health, because nobody understands a woman better than a woman. And we all have a story. So be kind to one another. And that's probably the most important message I have for International Women's Day.
And so what I want to challenge you ladies to do today is I want you to be like me. I want you to go to your Facebook page. I want you to see whose birthday it is, and I want you to call and sing. I don't care how horrible you think your voice is. Just call somebody and sing, because trust me, it's going to make a big difference. because most people on Facebook are just typing, hello, happy birthday, but making that personal phone call is really going to make a difference because you don't know what they've dealt with in the day. Maybe they're having a bad day. So just start thinking about that, and do the text like I talked about earlier. Try to send 5 to 10 texts a day. I do that without fail every single day, and just make a difference. And you want to be different than everybody else, and you want to show love and kindness. And so, Loretta,
I'm gonna go book shopping. I have 3 books here that I need to go get.
Okay, yeah, we're closing out. And anything else anybody wants to touch on before we close the podcast?
Thank you. It's nice to meet all of you ladies.
It
I
was
will
nice
say
meeting
that.
all of you.
I would love to see us do this again. I love the diversity, not only in our skin colors, but in our experiences and our journeys and where we are today versus where we used to be, because we need community, and it needs to start. People need to see this is a thing, right? This is a thing. Women of all shapes, kinds, and colors get together and support each other, love on each other, pray for each other, and champion women's rights still. In 2025, we still have to keep that going. So Cindy, thank you. This was greater than I could have imagined.
Yes, Cindy, thank you. You did a great job, as usual, spreading your light.
Another thing that I want to get you ladies to do also as a ritual for people's birthdays is I actually started doing this with one of my power partners, Robin Stern. I met him on a Zoom like 4 or 5 years ago. So this year I totally surprised him. I said, hey, Robin, let's go on my podcast for your birthday. And I got Patrick Snow, who is our publisher coach, on. I got one of the comedians who's like a dad joke comedian that was cracking us all up. And then one of my Marine buddies, he's also a pilot for American Airlines. And Robin Stern, when I had pneumonia, I don't know if you all remember, about 3 years ago, the month of November, I had pneumonia bronchitis and I had 102, 103 fever. And Robin Stern took over that entire month. And I gave him a script every day, and he killed it. He killed it. So what I'm starting to do the birthday Zooms. My birthday this year is on a Tuesday. It's on a Taco Tuesday. So if you ladies want to come on July 29th, we could get as many people. Actually, we could only have up to 10 people on here.
And we all have to have tacos in our hands.
Yeah, so we could probably do Zoom instead of StreamYard, because Zoom you could get more people on. So StreamYard you can only have 10. So
okay,
I'm gonna pop everybody back in the green room. Anybody else want to say anything? Or are you good?
Nope. I just thank you, ladies. Nice to meet you. And it's been a really nice conversation today.
All right, let's connect.
Yes.
I'm gonna send an email and connect everybody together. Okay.
Okay.
And you guys can contact that way.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your days, ladies.
All right. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
All right. So make sure that you go to the show notes. You could connect with each other. Whoops.
I'm going to pop off, Cindy.
Okay. And we'll see you here on the other side, and have a wonderful day.